will make it harder to achieve broad consensus on developing and governing these technologies if there is suspicion that gaining military advantage is an underlying motivation for its development. So, and of course it is. I mean, most of the stuff that we have, the technology that we have, comes through what most people that are aware of this, I like to call it global government, or just a push for global government. They dub the military-industrial complex. So a lot of this stuff, such as weather modification, is designed for military applications. But they gotta tell people and the public and the taxpayers who fund half this stuff that, hey, it's gonna save your life. So, but that's how everything else goes. And so with the geoengineering, it's kind of funny how they say Greenpeace, won't support this, and that's kind of what I found about the geoengineering part, is that a lot of the people that believe in the global warming theory are actually not for geoengineering. And I found this kind of stuck out to me, and I'm like, well, why wouldn't they be for it if it's going to help? And they say, no, this is because it's a quick fix. They're not for it because they're so latched onto that CO2. They think that this is like a quick fix to lowering the temperatures. But what they don't understand is that the same people, these same scientists, the IPCC and all of them, that they kind of look up to as far as fixing the planet. Now they're actually saying, no, we're just going to do it anyways because it has nothing to do with the environment. And so there's even a divide within their whole little community. But I may have gone off a little off subject there a little bit, but I think it just gives us some good background. But as far as geoengineering goes, I'm going to go through a few articles, mainstream articles, that talk about what geoengineering is, because this is important. It's going to get into what we cover in the next hour as far as the military purposes of it. It says geoengineering, the radical ideas to combat global warming. It says artificial clouds and creating colossal blooms of oceanic algae are among the ideas scientists say are now being considered, and this is from the Guardian, London Guardian from September 2008. Artificial clouds to reflect away sunlight, creating colossal blooms of oceanic algae, and the global use of synthetic carbon-neutral transport fuels are just three of the climate-transforming technologies in need of urgent investigation, according to the leading scientists. The eminent group argue that, with governments failing to grasp the urgent need for measures to combat dangerous climate change, radical and possibly dangerous solutions must now be seriously considered. The idea of engineering on a planetary scale in a bid to control climate has been around for more than 50 years, but to date has remained on the fringes. The potential for dramatic and beneficial change has hitherto been outweighed by the risk of unexpected side effects in the complex climate system with global consequences. And that's a big thing, because now they're saying that the benefits outweigh the risks, so they don't care about your health when they do this stuff. It says, now in a special edition of the journal Philosophical Transactions of the Royal Society, climate scientists and engineers have brought together the latest research and issued a call for a far-reaching assessment of a raft of geoengineering techniques. It says some of the most extreme ideas for climate engineering involving reducing the sunlight falling on the Earth's surface as a way to offset the increase in temperatures caused by greenhouse gas emissions. One approach is to insert scatters into the stratosphere, and this is that Ken Caldera that we were talking about before. He cites an idea to jets into the atmosphere and deposit clouds of tiny particles there, such as sulfur dioxide.
Alright, hold that thought real quick. We'll be right back.
Do you have a Facebook? Have you thought about the privacy you put at risk? Facebook allows users to post their favorite music, books, movies, their address, hometown, phone number, email, clubs, jobs, educational history, birth dates, sexual orientation, interests, daily schedules, exactly how they are related to friends, upload pictures of themselves, and even political affiliations. Its privacy policy even goes so far as to state it also collects information about you from other sources, such as newspapers and instant messaging services. This information is gathered regardless of your use of the website. Think that's scary? The Facebook's term of service states, by posting member content to any part of the website, you automatically grant, and you represent and warrant that you have the right to grant, to Facebook an irrevocable, perpetual, non-exclusive, transferable, fully paid, worldwide license with the right to sub-license to use, copy, perform, display, reformat, translate, excerpt, in whole or in part, and distribute such information and content, and to prepare derivative works of, or incorporate into other works, such information and content, and to grant and authorize sublicenses of the foregoing. Have you seen the Facebook's Pulse feature? Pulse provides statistical trends among universities down to minute details such as percentages of females with conservative views, the student body's top 10 movies, and percentage of students who have read Catcher in the Rye. The so-called privacy policy goes on to say that they may share your information with third parties, including responsible companies with which they have a relationship. Can you think of any marketing group who would pass up buying such valid yet easily collected statistics such as these and others? So maybe they're using us. But is there more? The first venture capital money totaled at $500,000 came to the Facebook from venture capitalist Peter Thiel, founder and former CEO of PayPal. He also serves on the board of radical conservative group Vanguard PAC. Further funding came in the form of $12.7 million from venture capital firm Excel Partners. Excel's manager, James Breyer, was former chair of the National Venture Capital Association. Breyer served on National Venture Capital Association's board with Gilman Louie, CEO of In-Q-Tel, a venture capital firm established by the Central Intelligence Agency in 1999. This firm works in various aspects of information technology and intelligence, including most notably, nurturing data mining technologies. Breyer has also served on the board of BBN Technologies, a research and development firm known for spearheading the ARPANET, or what we know today as the Internet. In October of 2004, Dr. Anita Jones climbed on board BBN, along with Gilman Louie. But what is most interesting is Dr. Jones' experience prior to joining BBN. Jones herself served on the board of directors for In-Q-Tel, and was previously the Director of Defense Research and Engineering for the U.S. Department of Defense. Her responsibilities included serving as an advisor to the Secretary of Defense and overseeing the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. This goes farther than just the initial appearances. DARPA shot to national fame in 2002 when knowledge of the existence of the Information Awareness Office came to light. The IAO stated its mission was to gather as much information as possible about everyone in a centralized location for easy perusal by the United States government, including though not limited to internet activity, credit card purchase history, airline ticket purchases, car rentals, medical records, educational transcripts, driver's licenses, utility bills, tax returns, and any other available data. All of the above raises more questions than answers. Perhaps if the Facebook wishes to stay ethically sane, it should enact the policy. What happens in the Facebook stays in the Facebook.
Alright everybody, that wraps up this hour of The Cutting Edge. We'll be right back with another exciting hour of stimulating talk radio. Stay right here. We'll be right back. I feel free.